Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Asia. I'm a 25-year-old knitter from the East Coast, and this is my podcast, my knitting podcast. This is episode 4, which is kind of crazy, but I probably will say that every episode, that I've been consistent enough to do something 4 times in a row, so we'll see how this goes. Just to preface, I do have my window open, so it could be a little loud. You know what, maybe I'll close it. I just had it cracked because I got hot because I was vacuuming and I have on a turtleneck and a sweatshirt and I was really hot. So let me just close it. Okay, should be better now. So yeah, today is October 10th. I know my posting dates are a little sporadic, but I really just like to take the opportunity when I have the house to myself to film when I can, and also I'll probably be much busier within the next 2 months with work, so I'm not sure if I'll have time or energy to record anything, let alone like knit anything to show you. So I just want to make sure that I have like time to get things done. So I feel like this seems a bit fast. I know I just posted last month, a little after this time. It was like the middle of the month, so this will just be a quicker upload, but I do have things that are finished and I do have things that are in progress, so we have lots to talk about. So let's get started. I have 2 finished objects. I'm not wearing either of them, sorry. I was up this morning early to get coffee with friends and I literally just threw this on. Like, I was so tired because I'm not a morning person and we got coffee at 9, which means I had to be up by 8, but I was up at 8:30. So anyway, enough of that, but I'm not wearing either of them, but I do have them both. So first, let's talk about what went on last podcast. And this is my finished sweater number 9. She's gorgeous, not gonna lie to you. I'm very proud of her. I have worn this a couple times since I finished it, just because it's just so good. I mean, like, not to toot my own horn, but it's pretty good. So this is what it looks like. It's really cute. I left the sleeves, I did the sleeves wider than called for in the pattern because I wanted a bell sleeve, and I am really happy with that decision because I feel like it looks really cute. So this I made using very despicable yarn, and I only say that because it's from Hobby Lobby. I had had it sitting around for a long time and I really wanted to use it, and it was actually the perfect amount to make a sweater like this, so I just used that. I won't tell you the name of it because I don't want anyone to go support their business, but it's an acrylic polyester blend, I believe. And wait, yeah, acrylic and polyester. I think it's 80-20 acrylic polyester. It's really soft, actually. It's very comfortable to wear. It's very warm, so I'm glad about that. Like, the yarn choice was good. I love the color and how it really brings out the yoke, the raglan. So it's a 2 pearls, 2 knits, 2 pearls raglan, which gives this really cool like indent effect, which to me is like the best part of the sweater. It's the key point, and I'm glad I decided to make it in a light color so that you could really see it, because I think it turned out really good. And yeah, I'm really happy with it. This is probably one of my favorite makes. I think this came out really well. I had a lot of fun knitting it also, which is important because I think that when you're working on something for such a long time, it's important to have fun while you're in the process of doing it. So I really enjoyed that. All my bind offs are just regular like bind off in pattern, and I've been recently, when I'm making things, doing a tubular bind off no matter if the pattern calls for it or not, because I really like the way it looks. But I'm actually glad I decided to just bind off in pattern because I think it looks better with this garment, and I think I felt that when I was making it, so I just was like, I'll just bind off the way that it calls for. And I think it looks good. It's a 2x1 rib, so it's 2 knits and 1 purl, which I said in the last podcast I had never done on a piece before, and I actually really like it. So that might show up in future pieces if I decide to continue with that. But I'm really happy with it. It took probably, I would say, like 2 weeks, maybe 2.5 weeks to knit that, and for me that's pretty quick. I feel like I'm notorious for saying that I'm slow at doing things, like slow at knitting and slow on finishing books. I'm a fast reader, but it takes me a long time to actually finish things because I'm continuously putting it down. But my past couple projects, like, I've actually finished in really good time. My past couple books I've finished in good time, so it's, yeah, I mean, it's moving along, so I'm glad for that. And this was like, I really wanted like to finish a sweater for the fall, and this is like the perfect fall sweater. And it's now cold, as you can see, because I'm layered. It's now cold, and now I can wear this with like a long jacket and my boots, and I'm so excited. But I have worn this before, like even when it was a little warmer, because that wasn't stopping me. It was not stopping me from showing off this beautiful piece. So I'm very happy with this. I'm very excited, and I'm really proud of the way it came out. So that's my sweater number 9. Anything else to say about it? I don't think so. I don't think I have any notes. I usually, when I put in my project log, if I have notes about the project, I'll usually write it down, but I don't think I wrote any notes for that one. So anyway, so the next finished object that we have, I literally finished it last night. I started it the day before and I finished it, and it's this quick little hat. It's a cat hat. This is just, I learned how to do this on YouTube. It's just like a pattern you can look up, and there are a ton of videos on how to do it. This is Karen's Simply Soft in black, and I did a little I-cord bow. This is just wool that I have. It's what I think it's, I want to say the brand is something like Diamond Luxe. It's 100% wool. I just have it, and I didn't want to use like a stark white. I do have Karen Simply Soft white, but it's very white. I wanted almost like a cream or like an off-white, so I used this. It's not centered, and I think I should have made it longer, but I didn't want it to be too big. So it turns a lot. So when I put it on, I'm like always trying to adjust the bow, but whatever. You can kind of see how it's a cat hat here, and it's really cute. I'm not gonna put it on because I don't want to mess up my hair, but I just took pictures in it, and it's so cute, and I love cat hats so much. Like I'm team cat hat forever. This is like the quickest project. If you just feel like making something really quick, like make this. I think it's, so what I usually do is you're supposed to chain around like the length of your head, which feels comfortable, and then you do double crochets all the way across. And I think I do like 18 rows comfortably for me to fold a brim and have it on my head. But I think for this one, maybe I did 20, like I did like extra, hold on, let's see. Yeah, I did 21. And I probably could have gone like 2 more maybe if I wanted like to fold the brim bigger, but I didn't. I think that this is fine. Wow, yeah, now that I'm looking at this, like in this light, you can totally see it's off center, so I have to fix that. Luckily the bow is, I can take it off and tie it on again. But yeah, it's super cute, really quick project. I made a white one the day before yesterday, and it was cute, but I ran out of yarn, so it was too small for me. Like I couldn't fold the brim up. And I did a black bow on that one, and it would have been so cute, but it was too small. So I will probably donate that and I'm gonna keep this one and probably remake the white one. But I just like, it's just such a great way to use up yarn if you don't have a lot of one color, and you have enough to make 21 rows of double crochet. Oh, and then, sorry, I was like talking about how to do it and then I stopped. So you do it all the way across, and then once you're finished, you fold it in half and you seam up the side and the top, and that's what makes the ears. Very cute. I just did slip stitch seaming, really easy, very quick. I've done one of these like in 4 hours once, like a striped one. I've done it. I made one for my friend. So they're very quick. So I would always recommend that. I think they're super cute, especially for little kids. They're very, very, like, they're just adorable. I love them. So yeah, those are my 2 finished objects from today. Super cutie. And now let's talk whips, but it's more like whip because we're only doing one. So if you were here the first episode, maybe first or second, maybe it was the first, I was working on cardigan number 8. by My Favorite Things Knitwear, and I still am, but in a way where I'm just like not actively knitting it, but I'm constantly thinking about it because I want to finish it so I can wear it. So that will probably be finished soon, but I'm just like dreading doing the button band because it's double knitting and I've never done that before, and it's also missing the other sleeve, which I have to do, which I'm like, whatever. So I don't know. I mean, that's not the whip we're talking about, but I just wanted to let you know it is still fresh in my mind, and I really want to finish it because it will be so cute, and I know it will, and I just need to stop being annoying and finish it. Anyway, so in the last episode, I showed you guys some yarn that I was planning on using for this particular project, and I did start it, and we are making great headway, so I'm going to show you. So let's get her situated here. I'm using 2 strands, so it's like a lot of me turning the project. Whoa. Okay. This is the process of my sweater number 14 by My Favorite Things Knitwear. I know I mention her a lot, and that's because when I first started knitting, I was buying a ton of patterns that I knew I would want to try eventually, and she had a lot of patterns that I was very attracted to, so I bought them. But I know it's very controversial about her supporting her because of inclusivity with sizing, so I have not purchased any patterns from her as of lately. But I do want to use what I have, so I have the pattern lying around, so I wanted to make it. So this is what we have so far. It's so freaking soft. I've never knit with mohair before, like 2 strands of anything, and this match, by the way, this color match is perfect. So this yarn, the main color I'm using is Madeline Tosh DK in the color Elizabeth Taylor. It's stunning. It's like the best purple ever. It's a little pink though, like, and I feel like I knew that when I bought it, but then when I started knitting with it, I was like, oh, it's like definitely, it's more of like a red tone purple than it is a blue tone purple, which I'm more attracted to usually, but this is stunning. Like, it's amazing. And the mohair that I'm using is Sugar Bush Drizzle, and the color is Plum Frost. And I love it. I am obsessed with this project. I love it so much. I don't know if you can see, yeah, you can see the fuzz a little bit behind the collar, but it's so fluffy and pretty, and it feels great to knit with, so I really like that. Ooh, in the sun it also looks super pretty. Yeah, it's really nice. So I am working on the body. The pattern for this is, it's a drop shoulder. So you start with the back, you do short rows in the shoulders, then you pick up at both of the shoulders separately, yeah, and then you connect them in the front, knit them to the back, and then the body. So I'm working on the body right now, and then you pick up for the sleeves and for the neck. It is still top-down construction, it's just not a raglan, so I'm like, okay, like, I don't know, I love raglan so much, because to me it just feels like less steps, because you're not really like changing so many things, if that makes sense. Like with a drop shoulder sweater, you have to like knit the back and put it on hold, then you pick up for one side, then you knit the other side in the front, then you connect it, then you get, like, it's a lot. And so for a raglan, for me, it's just like you knit the neck, you make the marks for the increases, and then you just go around and then you're done. Like, you just knit the body, knit the sleeves, finished. Like, you don't have to pick up for the neckline or anything. Like, I don't know, I just feel like it's so much easier. So why did I say that? Oh, I was talking about the construction of the sweater. Yeah, so it's an oversized, it's supposed to be oversized. So I think there's 3 sizes. I think it's 1, 2, and 3, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm knitting the first size because there was one guy, my Monday sweater by Petite Knit, I knit the small, and I think I should have knit the extra small because after I blocked it, it stretched a lot and it grew, and I don't mind it. I like the way it looks, but I think that it probably would have looked better if I did this, like if I sized down. So I'm trying to like relearn my lesson. So I'm just knitting the first size. And judging by what it looks like, this is fine. Like it gives me the right amount of ease. Like it's gonna be okay. I'm gonna be pleased with however it fits. even if it stretches. I'm so terrified to block this, but we're not thinking about that right now because it's not even done. But yeah, I'm really excited. Purple's my favorite color, and I don't own anything purple. I have one other knit piece that I have that's purple, and that's it. So one of my goals is to make more purple, because I love purple down, like, to death. Everything, I want everything to be purple. It looks so pretty in the sun. Oh my gosh, I can't stop looking at it. So yeah, so that's what we're working on right now. The pattern does call for a split hem, where like you knit the front ribbing and then there's a cut, like a V, and then you knit the back. And I don't like that. I don't like the way it looks to me. And this is no like hate or shade to anyone like who likes this. It look like, I think on me it looks so tacky. I just hate the way it looks. I think it looks really tacky, and it's probably because I'm still like dealing with my trauma of like the high-low skirt from 2012. That's what a split hem reminds me of, because the way that this fits, the back will be longer. So like you knit the ribbing like shorter in the front and it's longer in the back, and I hate that. Oh my god, I hate it so much. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna continue on the body and then knit the ribbing. It's a really big ribbing for the hem and the sleeves, which I'm not looking forward to, because ribbing to me is so annoying, but whatever. I mean, I'm having a good time knitting with this, so I think that will make it go faster. But I think I'm just at the point, I haven't tried it on. I think I'm about at the point where I should start the ribbing now, but I think I'm gonna go probably like another 2 inches and knit it, because I want it to be long. So I'll probably go another like 2.5 inches of the body, and then I'll start the ribbing. I haven't measured it also, but I think no, I did measure, but I didn't try it on. So I think I'm right at where I need to be. And then we'll do the sleeves and the neck. I've heard the neckline on this sweater is very stressful, which scares me. And I've seen really great knitters say that. So I'm a little fearful for the neckline, but that's okay. If really it's such a hassle, I will ask one of the knitting ladies at the yarn store to do it for me. So yeah, so that's that. Also, what I wanted to talk about, like this little tidbit, that's my only whip, by the way, that I'm actively working on, but I wanted to talk about continental knitting, because on that project I kind of tried to do it a little bit, and I think it was, first of all, it's so weird because it almost feels like I'm crocheting, because I'm holding the yarn in my left hand over my fingers and like picking, what's it called? Like picking and throwing, that's what it's called with Continental, with my right. So, and that's what I do with crochet, because I'm a righty, and it feels so weird doing it. And I understand why people like it. It is very rhythmic, but I was trying to do it on that sweater. Like I did it for 1 row and I was like, okay, this tension is fucked up. Like it was, I could see it. So I like ripped out the row and just did it regular where I'm used to doing tension. So I think I just need more practice. I'll probably do some swatches like with Continental just to practice, but it's kind of cool. I don't know. I mean, I feel like I know why people like it. People say it is faster actually than English style, which I think you can be a fast English style knitter. Not that knitting is about speed necessarily, but I know people are like, oh, well, Continental is so mindless, like, and it's so quick, you can get projects done faster. But I don't know. I kind of like English style. I just have problems with my grip when I'm doing things. So for me to be holding the yarn in my hand tighter is a little inconvenient. So that's why I'm like trying to see if I can switch to Continental to see which one is easier on my hands, basically. So that's why I tried doing that, but I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent about it. Like I don't hate it, and I don't know if I really like it. But that's just because I'm not sure like how it's working, but we'll see. Maybe for my next project I'll actually do a swatch, because I don't swatch, so maybe I'll actually like do a swatch and like try to do it in Continental, or I can just practice using Continental. So yeah, okay. I feel like this is like gonna be a quick video. I don't have anything else to show on my yarn up theirs for this current project. Before I get on to book recommendations, I'm just trying to think if there's anything that I'm thinking about starting. Oh yes, so yesterday I was in the city with my friend and we went to the Big Bud Press store on Orchard Street, and I love that brand. I have a lot of clothes from them, and I got this polo on sale and it's really cool green color, and I was thinking an oversized vest would be so cute over this polo. Oh my god, okay, my phone just cut off because I ran out of storage. Okay, so let me make this quick. I don't even remember what I was talking about before. That was so embarrassing, and I was so shocked too because, okay, anyway. Oh, okay, I was talking about a vest. So long story short, I want to make an oversized vest using a Noro yarn that has green in it. Okay, that was the plan before my phone runs out again, because I do have a book recommendation that I want to talk about really quick. I just read and finished for the first time because I started to read it a couple years ago and I wasn't into it and I gave my copy away, and then I recently reread it. The Secret History by Donna Tartt is top 5 reads for me this year. It might even be number 2. Nothing is beating Big Swiss by Jen Beacon. That's my favorite book of the year. But Secret History was so good, and I'm actually really glad I decided to reread it, and I stuck with it and finished it. I know it's really like a contemporary classic, and I know a lot of people probably have read it, and I also know it's gaining more popularity because of TikTok, which I have mixed feelings about, but that's a whole other video. But I really, really enjoyed reading it. I loved the writing, I loved the character work. I know like all the characters are insane and unlikable, but it was kind of amazing and I loved it so much. So I will say it's also the perfect season to read it. I know a lot of people read it during this time of year because it's like dark academia, and it's just like it's a fall book, and I really understand why people think that. If you have not read it yet, definitely read it. I would recommend it. I've been recommending it to all my friends. Like, I'm like, you need to read this book so we can talk about it. And I will say the beginning is kind of slow, so you do have to stick with it, but it's so worth it. Like with every page, even on the pages where not much is happening, oh my god, now my mom's calling me, like all these interruptions. Okay, this is the last time I'm sitting down to record. Okay, anyway, what was I talking about? Secret History. Please read the book. That's all I have to say. Please read it. It's so, so good. It's not necessarily a mystery because the reveal happens like on the first page, but the lead up to it and the suspense of the story is what makes it unputdownable. And as a bookseller, I hate that term. Like, people are like, oh my god, I couldn't put it down, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, like it's so overdone. But it's so true for this book. It's so good. So I would recommend that. Update. I have had a fall drink now. I've had the pumpkin chai. What is it? The pumpkin chai from Starbucks. Not impressed. And I don't remember if that was the same fall drink that they had last year, but I didn't really like it. So if anyone has any other recommendations, that'd be great. I've had like a matcha with pumpkin cold foam, which is really good, and I think that's what they should have done instead of a chai with pumpkin cold foam, or however they make it. But yeah, it was just like, okay, I don't know. I wasn't really impressed with it. Yesterday when I was in the city, one of my friends who I was visiting works at a cafe, and they have a shaken pumpkin cold brew, which was really good. And like, that would have been amazing as a Starbucks menu item, but I don't know. Just was like not impressed. And I think just now today, like I lit my pumpkin candle and I'm like now really in the fall spirit, and maybe that's why I wasn't like in a rush to get my pumpkin drink, because I wasn't before, but now I'm in a better mood, and I think now I'm more in the autumn spirits. So now that it's like actually cold out and it's like windy while it's sunny and I can wear my long coats, and I think now I'm really in the fall mood. So hopefully there will be much more knitting, still much more reading. I'm rereading Twilight right now. Don't laugh, but I needed to, this is gonna sound crazy, but I've had a lot of like ups and downs with reading this year. And so after I finished The Secret History and I loved it so much, I was like, okay, I need to read something kind of bad to lower my expectations for my next book after. So I'm rereading Twilight. And even like, and it's not like a bad book, but it's not well written, and it's just like, but it's so iconic, and I mean, I read all the books when the series first came out, and so it's just like fun to reread something a little nostalgic. So I'm about halfway through that right now. And then after that, I don't know, I might continue on reading the sequel to Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. It's called Crooked Kingdom, which I'll probably try to read. I bought 2 books in the city yesterday, so I could read either one of those, so I'm not sure. Usually for me, reading like is very random. I don't really plan my reads because I feel like if I do that, it makes me want to read the book less, so I kind of just pick whatever I'm in the mood for. One day I will show my book stacks because I don't have a bookshelf, but I'll show them maybe someday in a vlog or something, which I've been thinking about doing because I think vlogging would be really cool. So we'll see. Maybe I'll start doing vlogs as well as podcasts, but I get like really embarrassed like filming in public, so I don't know how a vlog would go. Like it would just be a vlog like in my house, which I feel like is fine, but I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, that's it for today. Sorry about all the interruptions. I mean, when I edit this, no one's gonna know, like, but I don't know. It was like a whole big thing. Like my phone ran out of storage, and also we were without internet, so my mom called me to make sure it was still on, and there was an outage and whatever. So anyway, so that's it for today's video. If you made it all the way to the end, thank you as always. And as always, I'm open to comments, advice, little tidbits about your day. I love reading comments because, I don't know, I just like love getting a peek into what people think and people's lives. So if there's anything exciting going on with you, please share if you'd like. Please like this video and definitely comment because apparently it helps with engagement. Like, I don't really know. I'm not in that YouTuber like lane yet where I'm like caring about analytics, but I don't know, it helps with engagement, so that should be fun. And hopefully next time I will have my purple sweater finished and a bit more other whips finished because I'm still chugging along on a lot of them, so they will make appearances again. So thank you for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day and see you next time. Bye.